in the break room. What you doing? What you doing? Hey, what we doing? I be in the break room. I be in the break room.
It's hard to believe it's Wednesday already. I mean, this time is just flying. 2021, my bad. 2021 is flying. It's already halfway, just about on the verge of being the middle of February. Then here come March. Then it's going to be nice and springy outside. Because I know my people on the East Coast been hitting me up. Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, Ohio, OH. That snow coming down out there. Y'all be careful, man. That's one thing I don't miss. When I lived in Ohio and Indianapolis, I don't miss that snow. That's one thing I don't miss. Hey, what's going on? I'm Big Bink. Thank you for hanging out with us. Another episode of Big Bink's Break Room Podcast, the fastest growing podcast. Well, what you get when you come to your podcast, Bink? Well, you get the latest headlines and news with our opinions, mixed with your opinions. You get little nuggets of knowledge. We talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about banking. We talk about community. We get ratchet too. Shani ended up going off on somebody on a tangent. And we have fun. Action to keep you up to date with everything going on in the White House. And it's funky up there right now. But with it being Black History Month, we always start the show off with a Black History fact. So today, growing up, I always knew that a lady named Sarah Boone invented the ironing board. But for a long time, I didn't know she was Black. And she was from North Carolina, South Carolina. She's from one of the Carolinas. But she got that, what she did, see, they had an ironing board out there. This back in the 1800s, like 70 or something like that. She didn't get the patent until 1891, but they had stuff out there, but it wasn't working because you couldn't do the sleeves and you couldn't do the body of the and it was real skinny too. I'm like, how they look like a piece of wood? Like, how y'all iron the stuff on that? So what she did was she made the improved ironing board, meaning that what they had wasn't working. So she got her brain, you know what I'm saying, and put that together with the mathematics and the shape and all that stuff. So it'll work. But here go the funky thing. Funky as in good. Funky thing about Miss Sarah Boone. She didn't learn how to read until her late 40s. Her late 40s. She had been made the ironing board before that. Talk about Black girl magic. So that's our person we highlighting today. Miss Sarah Boone, 1891. She received a patent. It was like 473,000 something of the improved ironing board. And night before school or we trying to go out, that's something you're going to hear in the house at least 50 times a week. Hey, what ironing board? Hey, can you go get the ironing board? I'll put it on the ironing board. You're going to hear that. So shout out Sarah Boone. I hope some of her descendants are still living and profiting of what she made. I mean, shoot, Shani, you use the ironing board action. You use the ironing board, right?
Yeah.
What you talking about now, Shani? What's wrong with you?
We don't have to use the ironing board.
It's crazy
because we have.
Hold on.
I got the one that hangs on the door, and then I got the tall one. But it's rare that I use the ironing board. It is rare that I use it.
So how do you iron your clothes?
Well, most of the time they not wrinkled or dry cleaners.
Oh, dry cleaners.
See, well, that's rich people problems. Dry cleaning.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Like what? My ironing board stay up there. And as a matter of fact, I bet the dry cleaners got an ironing board, so they profiting from Miss Sarah Boone's invention almost 200 years ago. Wait a minute, 1991. Well, yeah, 100 and something years.
Hey, Lucy.
140 years. Hey, Lucy, how you doing, beautiful?
Hey, Lucy.
Shout out to everybody that's checking in early.
You manage a dry cleaner, so do you have?
Oh, there you go.
Ironing boards there, or does everything? Because sometimes you can put it through the dryer, and as long as you take it out as soon as the dryer stops, then and hang it up, then it's wrinkle free. But if you,
I don't know what kind of dryer you got. I ain't never seen that.
Yeah,
Is that true?
That's one of the tricks of the trade. But the fabric and the material has to be wrinkle free. You can't just say like, okay, I'm gonna pull some stuff out of the dryer and it's gonna be wrinkle free. No, that's part of the material. It has to be wrinkle free material because you can pull some stuff out of the dryer, hang it up, it still be wrinkled by the time, even right after you do that. But most dry cleaners do have like presses and ironing boards. And I just want to thank the military because the military got me up on ironing.
Shout out to military. Lucy said they ain't got no boards.
Oh, okay.
How they do that? Hey, Jackie, how you doing?
You got press. She got a press or something.
Yeah. Hey, Jackie.
Hey, Miss First Lady.
So, Shani, we was talking before we came on. Oh, big steam machine. Shout out to the steam machines. You was talking about, and actually, I know you can chime in on this. Shani, you was talking about how funky it was getting up there at the White House today.
Oh, yeah. You know, I wasn't going to watch that, but we went by my aunt's house and she had it on. So I was sitting there getting angry because they were showing the video from inside of the Capitol when it was rushed. You know, just part of the trial. I can't remember the guy's name that was up there talking. They were showing the body cam footage from some of the officers. One of the people was like, take his gun and shoot him with his gun. And I'm like, wait. So they had guns and they didn't just start shooting on these people. Because if this would have been a whole bunch of black people, man, shots would have been fired. And any cop or white person that died in it would have been a hero. But they did focus on Officer Gordon because we see him running to Mitch McConnell to get him to safety, like right before the rioters came in. He ran, he got him where he needed to be, and then he ran back and got the rioters to go up the stairs past the
You talking about the black dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they
the black police officer.
That boy Eugene. Well, I guess his last name Gordon.
Yeah, Eugene Gordon. So they couldn't go into the doors of the Capitol floor, I guess. And then they said, this is what they said. They said, oh yeah, he got a raise and he's at work today. I'm like, no, he should have been retired. Goodman, my bad. Goodman is his name. He should have been retired with pay and benefits for life.
He said he still gotta go to work.
He still gotta go to
work that day. I think he did all that day.
Yeah, I've been intrigued. I mean, I've been watching it all day. This is anybody knows me, this is like my Super Bowl. I mean, from the beginning of the impeachment trial till they gavelled it closed about an hour or so ago, I've been like glued to the TV, watching all the testimony, watching the whole trial and listening to all the evidence. And my wife just asked me that. She's like, well, you've been watching the impeachment hearing all day. She's like, so what happened? Honestly, I was like, if you are listening to this, if you got any semblance of intelligence, they could stop it right now. I mean, from the evidence that they've shown right now, they could stop the trial right now. And anybody with some common sense, it would be a wrap. And just for one thing that I want to point out is, like they said, House Manager Castro, who's a representative of Texas, he was one of the impeachment managers. He showed correlation. Like he showed exactly when he went through the timeline and showed the timeline of the president's tweets and what was going on. And he said, like, if you don't think they weren't listening to the president or following his tweets, he showed a tweet from the president that said Mike Pence didn't do his job and he let us down. And right when he showed that tweet, he showed footage of a guy with a bullhorn reading the tweet off the phone and saying, Trump said Mike Pence did not do what he was supposed to do. Let's go get Mike Pence. That's when they started saying, hang Mike Pence. So everything that the Trump Twitter followers, they were following all that was going on Twitter, everything he was saying. And then they said typically Trump sends out 100 plus tweets a day. That day he only sent out 5 tweets, and none of them had nothing to do with the riot and what was going on. So for me, it's like his defense attorneys, they really gonna have to bring it hard in order to win this, in my point of view. Because right now the House impeachment managers, like I said, it's a wrap. If they want to end it right now and say it's over, they could do that.
They said that he ain't even got to testify.
Who, Trump?
Yeah.
Well, they invited him to testify, but he declined. And which it doesn't make a difference whether he declined or not, because his lawyers don't want him to testify because they know he's going to perjure himself. And perjury in that setting is a federal offense. And he's a citizen right now, not a president. So if he perjures himself in that setting in front of the Senate, they can send him to jail for a long time for perjury, for lying to Congress. So he doesn't want to do that. But they have plenty of testimony because they got plenty of footage. They got film of him talking, of him inciting. So again, anybody with any common sense would know that.
Even the little rally that he had before that, he told them, y'all got to go fight like hell for the country, because they're something he was saying. And then so the people went in looking for Pence, but they were running up and down the halls saying, Nancy, where are you? You know, and calling her some name that Trump calls her. They were looking.
Yeah, crazy Nancy. Yeah.
I was just like, wow. Oh my God, this is.
Yeah, I agree, Mels. I agree with Mel said. Mel's in the morning with my girl, the queen of some kind of media, Miss Shani, in the morning show. Mel's in the morning. I don't think I don't know though, because it's hard to say. Because right now, like after they come out of the chamber and they talk to a couple of these Republican senators, they are starting to get moved because they realize their life was in danger too. They are starting to realize that they could have been killed too. Their families could have been killed. They don't care who. They weren't particularly. They were looking for officials. So again, hopefully that'll be enough to change their mind. Whether he gets convicted or not, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see that. But
I know it's 6. I know it's 6 of them. It's 6 of them that done came on the right side and was like, no, this fool got to go. So I know we got 6 Republicans so far.
Yeah, they need 14. They need a total of 14.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they need a total of 14 to cross over in order to convict him. So if they can, and I know two have said publicly already that the evidence is powerful. So I guess we're gonna have to wait to see what the defense brings. But right now we have kinda almost flipped 2 up.
Oh, look at the dog.
You can see the dogs on there?
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, my bad, man. Get out of here.
No, they okay.
Be fighting all the time, man. I ain't got time for this. They snuck in here. They know how to open the door like a dang on human. I didn't even know they opened the door.
See, dogs are human. I have a dog. You know that dogs are human. They're reincarnations. They're reincarnations of us. So my luck, I'll be a stray dog. I'll be a pit bull stray. Get sent right to the pound.
Hey, so right now, before we let go of this president talk, right now he's still getting the treatment with the Secret Service, and I don't think they briefing him no more. When he's supposed to get some briefings, and they was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna brief him no more."
Yeah, that's up to the new president. That was up to Joe Biden whether he was going to get any more security briefings or not. And Joe Biden said, "No, we're not giving you any more security briefings whatsoever."
Oh, good.
But the security detail is a detail for life, no matter what, because he's the president, and he still can't fall to a foreign power or kidnapping or something like that, which is possible. So, and he still has to be protected. So,
gotcha. Ooh, I know whoever protected him probably mad. They got that detail. I know they like, man. And you'll be with him for the next 10 years. I know they.
Yeah. They for life. The security detail is for life.
Wow.
So.
All right, this is Big Bink's Break Room Podcast, where your comments and our commentary come together and we help push the culture forward. Shani, March 1st, we flipping the script. Yeah. And I kind of need you to talk about that right quick. before we bring my big homie on.
March 1st. Listen, everybody, it is going down. All right. So starting March 1st, the only way that you will get Big Bink's break room is if you tune in on the Media Room Facebook page. You can get it on the Media Room Facebook page, the Media Room app, or the Media Room YouTube page. Okay. March 1st. So for right now, we still gonna be here, but we're moving y'all over to Media Room 360 Facebook page. So just go ahead, take some time to like the page, set your alerts up, your notifications, so that way you'll know what's going on. Now you can start watching us there now because it's all set up. All right. But March 1st, we do the big flip. All right.
Media Room 360 starting March 1st.
And all it's free. It's free. You can't beat free.
It's absolutely free. All right, so what's up, Richard? How you doing, man? He say if he impeached, he loses protection. Let's hope Big Rich, let's hope he lose it. Don't nobody need to protect that fool.
Thank you, Lucy.
Yo, so on the show today, this guy, you know how you know people, but you don't know them, but you know them, and you see him from afar. Y'all got a connection. You know him. He know your name. You know his name. Well, he's been all over the world doing his thing. But we haven't really had that solid connection yet. But we about to get it today. This guy's a national comedian, a national artist. Like, I don't even know how to bring him on because he do so many things. He got so many hats. But I know his name. His name is Jay Lamont. He my partner. We went to the same college. Now he was there, way before I was.
Oh,
but
wow.
but not like that. But I'm just saying,
wow.
because if we would have went to school together, then it would be different. But he was there before me, and I got a story for him when we bring him on. So let's bring to the Big Bink's Break Room podcast, Jammin, Jay Lamont.
Yes,
what's up?
What's up, Big Bro? How you feeling, man?
What's up? Oh, so you trying to make me old? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like,
I just said before me.
Yeah, we went to the same college, but he was there way before I was. So I'm like, man, I just turned 23. So you gonna make me old? You know how we do. You know how black people do. Oh, Lord, here he go.
Hey, man, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Blessed and highly favored, man. With this pandemic, it's just been driving everybody crazy, man. I'm just glad to be here, glad to be seen, and just hanging in there, man. How about you? How about you all? How y'all doing?
We've been doing great, man.
We're blessed, just like you.
Yeah,
we're not Jamaican like you. We ain't got that many jobs though. But
you know what? Let me tell you something. It's one thing to have some jobs, but when you ain't got no money, it's funny how when you got jobs, still ain't got no money. That's a shame. Still ain't got no money. Pitiful, man. I've been on the phone all day with bill collectors. That's a shame. You got to still talk to bill collectors during the pandemic, and I'm asking them on the phone, do y'all have a mask on? Because I will not talk to a bill collector if they ain't got a mask on the phone. Because I will hang up on you. I will hang up. Click. No. Ain't got time. Ain't got time. They talk about where the money at, Jay. I said, well, the money has COVID. So if I touch it, I'm going to get the COVID. So I cannot send it. See, that's a way you can get out of paying the bill. Tell them you got COVID. The money got COVID, so therefore I cannot send it to you right now. So call me back later on. Call me back next year, something like that.
Next year. Speaking of COVID, big bro, like what? I mean, we coming up on a year of this, man. Like, what are some of the things? First of all, did you have COVID?
Thank God, no. I got a test for it, and everything came out negative. Praise God. That's all I got to say.
And the only reason I asked because I had it. Shani hasn't had it. Action hasn't had it.
Wow, man.
But I mean, I think at the end of the day, everybody gonna have some kind of form of it. That's just my opinion.
But see, here's the thing. Here's what I have questions I gotta ask.
Yeah,
don't put that on him. No.
I said my opinion.
Do you know who should get the COVID? Bill collectors, bills should get the COVID. I think the IRS should get the COVID. You don't have to pay no taxes or whatever. I know somebody from the IRS probably listening, but see, they should get the COVID. But I'm so glad I don't have the COVID. But like you said, man, this thing has really gotten crazy, man. It's been a year and a half. I mean, it's amazing, and now they're saying that it may last for another year if we don't get this thing to calm down. You got folks out there acting a fool, walking around, no mask on. I mean, there's some even in black folks that acting like this COVID don't exist. Maybe they haven't been watching the news. They just don't care. They didn't get the memo. You know, I mean, I got a couple of friends. I was like, man, what are you talking about? Man, I ain't worried about no COVID today. You know, if it's gonna get me, it's gonna get me. That's what they're saying. I'm saying, are you serious? And I'm like, okay, you know what? If I keep talking to you, I'm gonna get the COVID. So I'm gonna hang up on you. I can't talk, you know, just talking to somebody that's talking nonsense might get you the COVID. So you got to be careful, man. You know, next time you go to church, the pastor is gonna have to get used to not saying stuff like touch someone. You know, oh no, you can't touch someone. Look at your neighbor. You know, you look at your neighbor next time, you might get the COVID looking at your neighbor. You know, what if your neighbor is ugly? You get the COVID. So I mean, ugly people should wear a mask. That's the way I see it. You know. Yes.
So how have you been navigating through COVID, man? This past year, man. How have you been getting through it?
Well, you know what? Like everybody else I've been talking to, you know, I was talking to a couple of other friends of mine who are comedians and a couple of musicians. We just got to create, man. All I've been doing is creating other avenues to make income. You know, I think the thing is that once everything kind of shut down, because I remember where I was at. I remember the last show that I did. I was in Washington State. Did a show at a casino right in Central Washington. I remember we flew through Seattle, then back to LA because I live in LA. And it was probably a week and a half after that everything was shut down. And so now you're like, oh Lord, what am I going to do? I mean, the one thing I was thankful that I did, you know, what little money I had on me, I had that money to sit on for the time being, you know. But for us as artists, and you know this, is that once the COVID hit, all the shows that I had scheduled for all of 2020 was canceled. So not only was the thing is, when your show is canceled, so is your money. Because most of our money is made, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most of our money is made on tour. So the money is canceled. They're not just gonna hand you, hey, look, don't worry about coming to the show. The COVID done hit, so we're going to close the show down, but here's your money. No, they're not gonna do that. They ain't gonna send you the money. Wouldn't it be nice if they could just pay you anyway? But it don't work that way. So but thank God I was able to, you know, I have merchandise, like I have DVDs, you know, I've got my website, so I've got my online store. So throughout last year, I've been selling a lot of my comedy DVDs that I still have, and I've got some t-shirts that I just put out. So I'm just trying to create other ways to make income. And then plus I have my music out. So a lot of people don't know that I'm an R&B singer, because I was doing that way before comedy. I was in music and I was in a band. So I figured, you know what, maybe this will be a good time. I can go in the studio with my producer. We've been writing songs, and we just put out this one single that's coming out. Just shot a music video. So I'm just doing whatever I can. I don't know, maybe next week I might sell myself. You know, I might put myself up for sale. I don't mean in slavery terms. For women only. I'm gonna put myself up for sale.
Valentine's Day promotion.
Yes, yeah. Come on now. See, Miss Shani, I like you already. See, that's what I'm talking about. See? Yeah. And maybe I could sing to you as a telegram. Do a singing telegram. You know, like Ron Isley. Hello, Shani. Yeah.
Hey, if anybody needs a singing Valentine's Day gram, inbox me. I'll tell you how much it's gonna cost, and we can work it all out. Jay Lamont can hook you up for Valentine's Day.
See, I do it like this. I'll say, "Will you be my Valentine?" That'll be 2005. You know, like that. That'll be 2005. You know.
So I remember. I remember. You know, I was at it. So we're in case you're just tuning in. This is Big Bink's Break Room Podcast. Special guest Jammin, Lamont, along with Shani and Action Jaxon. Now, me and Jay went to the same college. We went to Langston University.
Now, when did you go?
I was there from 91 to 95.
Oh, you were there probably about a year and a half after I graduated.
Exactly.
I came out, I think 89. Yeah, it was 2 years, 89.
So here go the give back though, because Charles Hopgood used to talk about you all the time.
Yep, Charles.
All the time.
Yep, I remember.
He the
Charles.
one put me in the game on 90.7 KALU. Like he put me in the game. Like after Craig, it was Hopgood, and then it was me.
That was the station. I was on that station too. I was a DJ. Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Mm-hmm. So the give back, like I didn't even know you, but the give back was you coming back on the yard in IW Young doing them shows.
Oh,
right?
Wow. Yeah.
And so I'm in the audience, and all the impressions, the music, the records, and then to see it live at the Apollo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I seen it when he was doing it. Like he did it on stage at the school.
And you know what's funny about that, Bink, is that there were a lot of students. I met a couple of people there at the time because you probably remember, you know, Mr. Brown, Mr. Joseph Brown.
Yeah, yes, I do. I do know. Yes,
right. Hello. For those of y'all, see, to everybody that's watching, you know, of course, you know, me and this brother right here, we're, you know, when you go to an HBCU, you always think of somebody that you knew that taught there or worked there or whatever. So Mr. Brown was like, I used to call Mr. Brown, he was the DA, the district attorney of Langston.
Yes, sir.
If you got in trouble, you had to go to Mr. Brown's office.
Yeah, sit in that office.
Now, for me personally, if I needed to get a loan, if I needed to borrow some money, I went to Mr. Brown's office. If we knew somebody was going to go to jail, you went to Mr. Brown's office. You know, if you wanted to put something up in the student union, you go to Mr. Brown's office. Oh yeah, but there were many folks there, man, who said it was so funny because there were some at the time who said they had seen me on TV, but did not know that I went to school there at Langston. So it was kind of like it was a shock to some of the students there. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That used to be awesome when you came back and gave back to the university. Speaking of that, Shani, we got a clip of Jay I wanted to share with everybody. Can you pull that up?
What clip? Let us pray.
I can't remember. I looked at so many. And, you know, I used to work for Joyner too. I used to be part of Tom Joyner. Yeah,
that's my man.
And we had that comedy bit when we went to commercial. So I used to make sure your stuff was on all the time. Yeah, because I was producing the show.
I'm surprised. This clip right here, I'm surprised how much viral it went, man. I mean, somebody had messaged me and said that Funk Master Flex from New York put it on his page. This clip right here, and this is when I was at the Apollo Theater in 1990. I think that was 93, and I've done the Apollo like 3 times.
I love you, you love me. We are one big family.
Yep.
I mean, just you talking about Shabba Ranks. Now,
man.
Now, let me ask you this, because sometimes we as Black people, we have something to say when we think people should only do one thing. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm talking about, because I know you from being a comedian. And I knew you could sing too, but I had no idea that you were really pursuing the R&B lane.
Oh, now, yeah.
So some people, not all, some people, when we hear, oh, he do that too, man, he need to stick to X, Y, and Z. Have you experienced that when people find out you actually out here singing?
Well, let me tell you something. I'll put it this way. I've been hated on ever since, you know, and I think you can always think to yourself, you know, think about certain people that you knew from when you were young, you know, when you were younger. And you would tell some of your friends, man, I want to do that. When I get older, I want to do that. I want to do, you know, I want to do this. And sometimes you'll have those certain friends who kind of shoot you down. Oh man, you ain't going to do nothing. You're not going to do that or whatever. I dealt with that a lot, but thank God I had those certain friends. I had those friends who stood by me and said, Jay, I know for a fact you're going to blow up, man. You're going to do something. I remember the very first TV show that I did. And that's another thing. Never could I have imagined that I would be on certain TV shows that I remember sitting at home watching. You know, I remember sitting at home like this, watching Def Comedy Jam. And I'm like this. Yeah, man.
I mean, he comfortable. He good.
You know, I got my remote there, and then a couple of weeks later, I get a phone call from an agent from Def Comedy Jam saying, "Hey, we'd like to book you on Def Jam." I'm like, "What? How do y'all know? How y'all know about me?" And it's basically based upon somebody who might have been, because I've done a couple of competitions. I would do certain talent showcases. Somebody in the audience, you know, they would always say, you never know who's watching you in the audience. There was always somebody in the crowd who was watching me that worked for some of these shows, you know. And then I remember I got a phone call, Showtime at the Apollo. They want to book you on the show. And, you know, on Apollo, they have that segment called the amateur competition. I wasn't in there.
Right.
I was an actual booked guest on the show. In other words, when the intro, if you see the intro of the show that I was on, it'll say, it's Showtime at the Apollo from Harlem, New York, with special guests, Jay Lamont. You know, I'm like, oh wow, you know. So, I mean, I dealt with so much. I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, I said one day I might write a book of all the stuff that I've dealt with. And, I've had some people say to me, oh, you ain't doing nothing but sound effects. You ain't doing no comedy. You ain't doing this or what have you, and all this and that. But the thing is, when I was at Langston, we used to have a band. So a couple of guys that I had met when I was a freshman, we decided to put together a band. And so they were looking for some singers. And mind you, it was a lot of talent at Langston at the time when I was there. I'm sure when you were there, it was so much talent at Langston. Yeah. And I remember many times we used to give concerts in the auditorium on campus. Sometimes if I wasn't doing a comedy segment during some of the showcases they did in there, we would do an actual live concert. And we had always said, man, if we make it, hopefully we can make it big. We could probably put some songs together and get a record deal. But at the time, I was always going around making people laugh. And I said, I was doing impersonations. And I had always said that if things don't work out with the music during that time, I might just go ahead and give comedy a try. So the comedy thing was like a plan B, So wow. I said, so as time goes on, I had said, one day I'm going to, I want to get out of comedy. I've already said that I would like to retire from comedy for the time being and focus on my music, kind of pick up where I left off. So, but here I am right now. One thing my mother used to always say, when they look at you like that, you just keep on going. You don't have to say nothing to them. The way you persevere is to keep rising up. And that's what I've been doing. And here I am right now. So as far as those that said I wasn't going to do this, what are y'all doing? That's
I know that's right.
What are y'all doing right now? Because I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing what I said I was going to do. And thank God I'm right here. I'm here.
That's what's up. And Shani is in love with this song, this Certified Love. So
you heard it, Shani?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Shani. Look at that
song. She was like,
before we came.
Let me look at Shani. Let me get my moment with Shani. Oh Lord.
That's what that is.
Shani. and you got to see the video too, because I don't know if I something told me to send you the clip of the video, and I guess I forgot. We just shot a music video for that song, so that's going to be out real soon.
Oh, nice.
I've got it posted on some of my social media. If you go to my Instagram, I've got a clip of it on there, my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter.
So let's take a listen to it. Certified Love, my big bro, Jay Lamont.
Yeah,
and, it's a banger though. It's smooth.
Yeah, and shout out to my producer who co-wrote it, who is also a Langston grad. So this is all Langston.
Come on, man, the Lions is in here.
Producer, yes indeed. Trey Balfour, what up, Trey? This is it.
Trey, what up, baby?
Trey.
Yeah.
Let's take a listen to it. Little clip.
Whoa.
I can tell your love is so real to me. And I love you to your essence. The realization has to get with me. From how to rise to yeah.
Baby girl, you got it. Show me about it. Come and be with me.
Just can't deny it. About it.
Talking to me about one chance love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give it all to him. Don't give it all.
Yeah. We just give him a little bit. We just give him a little bit.
Got Lucy dancing.
Hey, Lucy.
Lucy say she love that.
Oh, thank you, Lucy. Love you, my love. Yeah.
So is this?
I'm real excited. Like I said, the brother that I co-wrote that with, my music producer who put all the tracks together, he went to Langston as well, Trey Balfour. Matter of fact, I put out my first single 2 years ago. This is when we started. We decided, you know what? And I remember calling him and I said, man, you know what? I want to get back in the studio and pick up where we left off when we were doing this years back. He said, hey, man, And I remember he said, man, I got tons of stuff that I put together. So what he would do is he would send me tracks. I'm gonna email your track. You check it out if you like it. And I would just start writing lyrics. And so the last song that we put out was called Celebrate. And believe it or not, that song went up to the top 20 over in the UK. So most of my music is bigger over there than it is here. So what's funny is that I have a lot of followers who follow me from England who don't even know that I do comedy.
Wow.
So I have two different identities. So I like it like that, because
Nice.
some of them have hit me up and said, oh, I didn't know you did comedy. So it's like, just like over here, people say, oh, I didn't know you did music. So you do music, So it's like, it's to differentiate the two,
Are you on TikTok?
You know what? A few people have said that I need to get on there, but not yet. I may give it a try.
There and do the certified love challenge for Valentine's Day. You sleeping? Come on.
Really?
Who your
Stop
manager?
that, Shani. Stop that, Shani. I'm gonna start listening to Shani. I'm gonna start listening to her.
Drink that water.
Lord have mercy. Cause she doing something to me. She's doing something to me.
Yeah.
I feel like Arsenio from Coming to America. There's a God. Shani, yes, Lord. I don't know what you come to do, but I come to praise you. Right there. Look at Shani. I love it. No, but I'm gonna check that out. No, it's real talk, because a few people have said that, asked me about TikTok, So I'm gonna check that out.
Because see, like with your song, you do a part of your song, you record it with the original audio, and then what happens is you make sure you have it checked so they can do a duet. So then ladies will jump on with you, and now your song grow and it'll go viral. And so you'll be singing your part, and the lady will be on her, acting like you singing. Y'all in two separate worlds, like these boxes.
Yeah, mercy. Okay, you know what? My nephew is an upcoming rapper. I'm gonna call him and see if he can help me out. He knows all that stuff, so I'm gonna have him help me with that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna try that out. Man, this technology today is something else.
The little guy, the UK, I Am Scotty. That's his name on TikTok. He doing white boy with red beard. Ginger. He got a ginger.
Oh wow.
All these tattoos. He be up there lip syncing all the 90s R&B. He got all the black women in the world going crazy, and they these little duets with him.
So he probably just getting phone numbers left and right. Call me.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, let me.
87,000 views.
Okay, I got to get on there.
You sleeping on this? You got to put this song on there. Listen. Valentine's Day is Sunday, so you got to do this tonight when we get off of here.
see, I'm turned on. You got authoritative with me when you said listen. See, I love you. When you said listen, I'm like, all right, yeah.
Hold on. Lucy say you fine too. Wait a minute.
Right, Lucy, stop it. And trust me, I'm single. I'm a lonely man, but I'm a loving man. I can love. Now watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this, girl.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
That boy in raw form.
I know what to do. I'm a romancer.
Oh yeah.
I have not had any complaints, but that's a whole other conversation. I'm so sorry.
and one thing Shani pointed out, man, that we've noticed during this COVID era that people have had time to create. Just look at all these people on all these digital platforms who have become stars, who have become viral. Even the latest girl that put the glue on her head. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that, man. I could not believe it. Is this for real? I said, is this for real?
Wait. Y'all pause. Okay, so I made a mistake. I said people have been putting Gorilla Glue in their hair. What they are using is Gorilla Snot, and it's made by... It has a gorilla on. It's called
Gorilla Snot. Never heard of that.
Yeah, and so that's what other people put in their hair. And so I'm telling you, she saw that can that looked like the got to be glue clean.
Yeah, I saw it. She would just put it in there.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, instead of using the snot, I'm gonna use this adhesive, and we gonna get it popping." That's all.
And from what I understand, they said she was stuck in her hair for like a month. Is that right? Like a month?
Yeah. About a month. Now she went to surgery today in LA. Somebody flew her out to LA, this special doctor, to get the stuff out of her hair. And she was on she was on Entertainment Tonight today. You know,
now think about that. Because out of all of that, she's a star now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing. Now people are reaching out to help her. That's what I heard. I heard somebody else was trying to help her. Hey, call me, lady. We'll help you. We'll help you get that stuff out. I said maybe I need to do something stupid like that to get some attention like that.
yeah, exactly.
I do need some more money. I need some more money.
I know that's right.
Have mercy, glory.
Well, hey man, we quadruple thank you, man. Like this is personal for me because we've walked in the same areas. We've been at the same events. It was me, you, Throw Down Sam from the radio station here in Dallas at K104.
Yeah,
and what's the light skinned dude that used to be on BET look like Kid Capri? The light skinned dude, the comedian. Start with an S. Shag.
Shang, you talking about Shang?
Him, Shane. It was me.
Shang, that's my boy.
Yeah, me, you, him, and Throw Down Sam in Arlington, Texas, at Jamie's at Jamie's Rhythm. And me and you kicked it like we graduated together.
Man, you know what's so funny? You took me way back because I forgot all about that. And I remember the days. I remember many times I used to go over to the studio at K104 because I was good friends. Throw Down. How often do you talk to him? Is he still around?
He's still around.
Please tell him. Please tell him I say hello, man. That was a good friend of mine. Throw Down Sam to the crew. I remember Skip Murphy and company back in the day. Skip Murphy, Nanette Lee. That's my big sister, Nanette Lee. All that. Dallas Fort Worth in the house.
And you from Dallas, right?
No, I'm from Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Born and raised. I lived in Dallas for a while. Now I gotta tell you a quick story.
Please.
When I first moved to Dallas, this is so funny. You're gonna freak out when I tell you this. This is back when Steve Harvey used to have a comedy club in the Duncanville area.
The Vuku Ray joint?
Vuku Ray, the old place called Vuku Ray. He bought the building and turned it into a comedy club. I remember a young girl when Steve Harvey called me one day. It's so funny. He called my phone. I didn't know it was him. I said, hello. Yes, can I speak to Jay Lamont, please? It was Steve Harvey. It didn't sound like Steve. I said, yes, who's calling? Yeah, this is Steve Harvey. And I'm like, Steve, this is you? He was like, yeah, man. Yo, man, I know I don't sound like I do, man, but yeah, it's me. And I just started laughing because he opened up to what he really sounds like. So he said, I want you to come to my club and perform, man. I've seen your stuff, man. You're amazing. So I remember the first time I went to his club, I remember this young girl walked up to me, real pretty little girl, like pretty eyes or whatever. And I think she was a waitress at the time. And I remember the few times that before I would go on stage, she would sit next to me and she'll say, when are you going up? Because she would lean up on me. When you going up? Because I want to see you. Do you know who that young lady was? Erykah Badu.
Oh, wow.
Erykah and I used to kick it like that. She was a sweet girl. And I was always like, who is this right here? Because I was kind of checking her out, and so, I've never told this story out there like that, but we had always stayed in touch at the time, never not knowing that she was gonna blow up like she did. I remember she told me at the time, I'm trying to do music. I want to try to get into singing and stuff. And so she would always ask me about how I do the stuff that I do, because she would literally sit in the back when she got through with her work. She would sit in the back and watch my show. And one day, a couple of years later, I saw this video on and on. I go on and on. Yeah. I did not know it was her because she didn't have that get up when I first met her.
Right.
So this guy said, man, I know you're proud of Erykah, Jay, aren't you? I said, who? He said, Erykah, look at the video. He said, remember the Erykah girl that worked at Steve's club? I was like, no, that is not her. He's like, yeah, that's Erykah Badu. I was like, man, I'm like this. Oh my God. I was so proud. And one day, about 15 years ago, who would have thought that I would go out on tour and open up for her?
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Full circle.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Exactly. Unbelievable. But I gotta also say too, shout out to my man Uncle Charlie Wilson. I don't know if you know Charlie Wilson went to Langston too.
No, I didn't know that. I know he's from Tulsa, but yeah. I didn't know he went to Langston.
They started the Gap Band. When they had the Gap Band, they started in the Greenwood. If you heard that story about the Greenwood Massacre in 1921.
Right.
And they had a song called "You Dropped a Bomb on Me." That song was inspired about what happened in Tulsa. Y'all need to Google about the Tulsa massacre.
Wow.
They grew up,
1921.
yeah, they grew up in the Greenwood area, and their father was a minister. His Charlie Wilson, talk about a small world. Charlie Wilson went to school with my oldest sister, sister-in-law, and so so I went on tour. I used to go on tour with Charlie Wilson, and we would sit in the dressing room just talking about Langston, talking about Oklahoma. So yeah, he went to Langston.
Oh man, no, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, he told me he didn't go there. He didn't graduate at the time, but he left because they had got the phone call. They had got a record deal. He said that's when he and his brothers left and went to California, and the Gap band was like blowing up. That was it.
Yeah, out of there, man. That's awesome, man. I don't know if you know this, but Jennifer Hudson went to Langston too.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until one day somebody told me, and so I googled her name, and there it was. She went there for 1 semester. Chad Ochocinco went there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out recently. Yeah,
come on, LU. Look what I got here. Look, you would love to have this,
man. Oh, you got a mask? Oh man, hold up. What that is? And you know, that's one of our platforms.
Yeah, I know.
This podcast. That's one of our platforms to talk about HBCUs and the experience. So when we get somebody on that went to an HBCU, oh please promote your
I got my shirt. So if y'all want to go to my website, because Lord, please help me keep my bills paid. Please help me in the name of Jesus. I got my J Lamont t-shirt. It's thejlamont.com. TheJayLamont. www.thejlamont.com. Get my t-shirts. I got my DVD, my 1 hour DVD. I'm trying to do what I can, trying to sell.
Absolutely.
My t-shirts, and I got my new single Certified Love. It's on all streaming platforms, iTunes, Spotify. So I'm trying, and you can buy me one day. Ladies, I rub feet. Shani, I'll rub your feet. I'll pet your toes. I'll sing to you. I'll bring some wine to you. Look, Shani, like I'm trying to study this nigga.
This is what I'm saying, man.
No, Shani, the look on your face is priceless. Shani was like,
this what I'm saying though. Like you could really put that on there and sell that. People are buying drops and stuff from celebrities.
Yeah,
I got
you're right.
That paid $5 for me to say happy birthday to them, and I'm me.
What?
So
she the plug. She gonna let you know. She the plug.
You need to do this. You tripping. As a matter of fact, I got a job for you. I can put a little change in your pocket. We can talk offline because I got an they looking for a comedian. So we can talk.
Oh yeah, you damn right. Oh yeah. We got
Watch this, fellas. Watch this. I'm gonna try to impress Shani. Que esta lareta coporo esta poquita tiene la reta en.
Yo, mi español es
for a real form.
Oh, got it.
Money. Do you want to get this money? That's
like Frank Lucas said from American Gangster. I'm gonna get this money.
Okay.
I'm gonna get this money.
What March 20th look like for you?
Okay. March 20th.
March 20th.
We'll talk. We're gonna chat.
Okay. All right.
Shani booking gigs already.
Yes, I like Shani. Go, you go,
Jackie. Look at Jackie. Shani is a blessing.
Shani is a blessing. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. The Lord is good.
Speaking of blessings, we all have this in common before we let you go. We are all ambassadors of one of the most prestigious up-and-coming clothing lines that we talk about all the time here on Big Bink's Break Room Podcast. Jay Lamont is an ambassador for KevinKirksey.com.
Where's my Kevin Kirksey? I got Kevin. Shout out to my classmate Kevin Kirksey.
Yes, sir.
Clothing line together. I'm so proud of that brother, man.
Yes, sir.
That makes me proud to see all my other fam from Langston doing what they're doing their thing. So
yes, sir.
I'm glad to see y'all doing all that. Y'all got it on.
Yeah, he's a major sponsor for the podcast, man. So before you get out of here, bro, let people know how they can follow you on social media one more time.
Okay, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram under Jammin J Lamont. You just spell it all out: JAMMIN JAYLAMONT. And of course, you see on the screen my website, thejlamont.com. Get my t-shirts, my CDs, my DVDs, my music, all my music. My latest single is on all streaming platforms. My phone number is no, never mind. But yeah, so that's it. That's it. JayLamont.com. That's right, Jammin. That's right. They got it. Jammin, J Lamont. Phone number is What? No, I'm doing like this. I got my 5-second delay. Okay. My phone number is. And of course, if you call me, and then what I'm gonna do, and just ask for my name, and the code number is.
Hey man, we appreciate you so much, man, because I know you out there in LA with all the stars, man, about to come up, continue to come up, man. Thank you so much, Jay, man. It's love, man. Long overdue that we had this conversation. Long overdue. But I'm glad you met the podcast family. You met Shani. You met Action. And this
Action. All right.
Yeah, this ain't the last time you're gonna be on this show. You better.
Anytime you need me, man. Anytime you need me, let me know, man. I was glad when you hit me up. I said, you know what, I'm available. I said, when you told me today, I said, oh, that's perfect. You got me. I'm all yours. So I appreciate you. Man.
Appreciate it, Jay Lamont, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Certified Love, the single in stores now. Certified Love on all digital platforms. We appreciate you, big bro.
Yes,
Get
sir.
them DVD.
Yeah.
That's my logo. That's my logo.
Yes, sir. All right, baby. Take care, man. All right. Yeah, he out there in LA. So it's 2 hours earlier. But I'm just talking about what a great interview, man. Just a lot of energy. That dude is doing big things. And like I said, I remember seeing him on stage doing them shows back in the 90s and still relevant to this day. So that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, Shani gonna have him working. Shani about to put him to work.
Yeah. You see her face though, she like, yeah, that's cool. Hey, but doing March 20th.
Yeah, let's get down to business.
I love it.
Okay.
Now look, this is Big Bink's break room.
Where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside.
The car dude. Yeah. We gotta play that commercial. This is Big Bink's Break Room Podcast. Where your opinions and our commentary help move the culture forward. Big up everybody. I got an email from somebody yesterday in Denver. Not really sure where exactly in Denver, but we have a listener and hopefully listeners in Denver, Colorado. They were just talking about how weed is legal out there and they're making a lot of money out there. I guess we need to do I guess we need to do a story on that. I guess. I don't know.
Okay, Denver, we looking for that package, Denver.
But definitely, make sure you continue to follow us on all platforms. But remember, March 1st, write this date down. Put it on the refrigerator. Put it in your phone, notifications. March 1st. Shani?
March 1st, yes. March 1st. You'll be able to catch Big Bink's Break Room. The only place you'll be able to catch Big Bink's Break Room is at the Media Room 360 on the Media Room 360 Facebook page. March 1st. So y'all can go on and start making a change over now so you can get used to it. But March 1st, that's it. And we got some stuff that'll, help you kind of remember to get there. We'll talk to our sponsor, Kevin Kirksey, and, we're going to kind of motivate y'all to go and make that change, okay?
Yeah, so y'all just keep listening because here's the goal. The goal is to run our show on our platform. And our platform ain't nothing without you. So if we got you on our platform and we're supporting each other, it's a win-win from everybody. Yes. That's what the break room is all about. You let loose, you kick it, you be you get this information. We help push the culture forward. We meet new artists. We listen to music, fashion, all that. And the guests will continue to get bigger, and bigger. So,
besides, if you got out there listening and you got a show idea, you got something you might want to put together. If you got like a platform that you want to promote, if you got something out there that you want to talk about, if you got a show idea, this is the lady to talk to. She can get you a show right here on the Media Room 360. All you got to do is just reach out to Shani and say like, hey, Shani, I got this show idea. I got this platform. I got this whatever. Come holler at me. She could do that for you.
You know what? I've been doing a real good job of turning over power, and Bink and Jammin are over programming.
So Binks is the guy to talk to.
Look, you talk to whoever you want, but I'm going to be in the mix. We'll put it like that.
Yeah.
Because you might see Shani and
Yeah.
Kroger or something. You might.
I mean, yeah, talk to me, and then I'm gonna send you to Bink because I'm.
Yeah, Lucy, you got that. Lucy, you got the perfect show. Dry Cleaners of America.
We're
You
gonna get
got
Lucy
that-
to
you
cook
got-
for us because Lucy can cook. We're gonna get her to cook for us.
Where is
Lucy, we need.
Where is she?
We
She
need
in
that-
Dallas somewhere.
Oh, you in Dallas?
Okay, we need.
Yeah, she's in
we need
Dallas.
that dry cleaning show, Lucy. We need that dry cleaning show. We need to know what's happening behind the scenes at the dry cleaner.
Yeah.
Where you at?
That ain't a bad idea though.
Yeah.
We got a shout out to one of our advertisers here. Their advertisement is going to start shortly. Lavish Wink. That's my lashes. They come from Lavish Wink, Miss Janelle.
Oh, okay. Shout out Janelle.
Yeah, she hooks me up with the lashes. That's why my eyes be popping. Until
Okay,
I
give
crying,
us.
I have to pull them off.
Okay, give us the glue girl look though. Give us the glue girl look with the eyelash.
Yeah, you did like this. This how long her eyelashes was.
I didn't know.
Now she was supposed to get her surgery today. We need to see.
They didn't do it.
Oh my God.
And she
Y'all
said,
laughing, I really didn't do this because I wanted clout. Media. Because
Oh my God.
she said she
Oh
needs.
man, I'm in tears.
Why you tripping? You look
I
like
am
it on
in
them eyes,
tears.
boy. That's just how
Yeah, I
she
know. I'm in tears.
But she's
Oh,
a teacher,
man.
though. She's a teacher. Who the hell is she teaching?
I don't want to know nothing.
Who is she teaching? Who's in her classroom? Are you kidding me?
But
Oh man.
I'm telling y'all, it is people that put Gorilla Glue in their hair, but it's the snot. It's the Gorilla snot. And I'm thinking,
Okay. Anything with snot in it, I ain't trying to use. Anything that got the word snot in it is just not a good product.
Not.
but these are the links that women will go to, you know, beauty. We all do, you know. We all
Oh man.
I mean, she wanted her hair to slick down, you know.
Oh
Hair
no,
ain't
no.
That ain't my issue. So
Somebody gonna make a song. Damn, I wish, you know what? I didn't put it out there. Damn. But somebody gonna make a song of some of her comments like they always do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, they made the song? I'm sure they have.
Yes, they have.
So we're gonna play that tomorrow because I thought
Shani got that down.
maybe that's a new meme. Maybe that's a new meme.
Oh my God.
Like, I feel so bad for her because she really did thinking that it was gonna.
No.
Yes, she did.
No.
Bottle, and it
Sorry.
looked like it got to be glue bottle, and it said spray adhesive, like the not the glue bottle. And she said, "Oh, this is gonna work." And honey, I mean, now her baby hairs was on point.
Oh yeah, and I never knew that. Go ahead.
I realized about that. I don't think that hair that she put the glue on. I think that's the track because when the girl in Louisiana cut the ponytail off, and you could see the back of it, it was a track around it. So hopefully that's not her hair.
Her real hair.
Yeah, that's just a fake hair. It looked like it's a track. So.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So
Yeah.
shot her and her hair out. So hopefully she'll get her stuff together. I forgot. What's her name again? What's her name?
Dumbass.
Yeah, Buckeye. Dumbass.
Dummy.
She seems so.
Yeah.
No, she seems like a sweetheart.
Yeah, she seems like a real person. I mean, she is a real person, but it's just like for me, I'm sorry. If you that grown, I can't excuse ignorance in no way, shape, or form. Because if you condone it, you complicit. And I would not be complicit to an ignorant person. So,
Yeah, that was crazy.
No.
Well, look, man, we want to triple thank y'all for hanging out with us in Big Bink's Break Room Podcast, the fastest growing podcast. Tomorrow, 8:00, we will be on Facebook, YouTube, Google Play, Amazon Fire Stick. Now, real quick before we go, I got an Amazon Fire Stick for Christmas. That's the best thing that I done had in a long time. So shout out everybody with a fire stick. We love y'all. Shani loves you. Action loves you. And we'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Mammy!
Hey, how you doing? What you doing? I be in the break room. I be in the break room. Hit 'em in the break room. What you doing? Hey, what we doing?